So of course some of you may know this already, but I have found that not a lot of people have been doing this for a very long time, and it is actually a pretty decent way of training your thieving, and it's a little bit less AFK. This method of course is known as, and I'm gonna butcher it here, Sorceress's Garden. I can't say that word properly, but if you guys ever played in 2007, 2008, anywhere around that era, or the beginning of old school RuneScape, then most likely you know about this method. But if not, then you probably have no idea about this method because it is no longer the best method possible, but it is still a very good method in my opinion because it's almost AFK. Now the basic idea of this minigame is to navigate your way through these little mazes and try to get your way to the tree and then to pick a fruit. You have to move past these little elementals, and if they catch you, you just get sent back to the beginning. If you guys have done the Monkey Madness 2 quest, then you already get the basic idea of this little maze because you have done it on a much bigger scale actually. So you have to navigate your way all the way through the maze, reach the tree, pick a fruit, and then get reset and do it all over again. Now, honestly, I think everyone that played this minigame back in the day had a blast doing this because no one wanted to train thieving the normal way. I mean, even now, this is a lot better than the thieving I just did before because I was just doing blackjacking up until 70, and I figured, you know what, I just want to do this one through Sorceress's Garden. So I did this entirely through Sorceress's Garden, and I want to say it only took me a couple of hours. Now I did this maze in a really special way where it's, I don't want to say it's 99% AFK, but it is semi-AFK. You don't really need to pay too much attention. So what did I do exactly? Well, I've heard that you can solve these mazes in one click, and I actually found a video on how to do it, and I'll explain to you guys how to do it. But after this video, I would recommend that you guys watch that video because it's good to listen to two different descriptions on it, and that's where I originally figured out how to do this. So I need to give credit where credit is due, and this guy has a good guide on it, so I really recommend that you guys watch it after this. Now the whole point of what you are trying to do is line up all of these elementals so you can just go through this whole maze in one solid click. The way you do that properly is by setting up two elementals. We are going to mainly focus on two guys. These two guys right here, they just touch the walls and sink, and that is what we are trying to make happen. I've slowed it down and showed you exactly who you need to focus on. These two guys. Notice how they touch the wall at the same exact time and then turn around. That's how you know that this entire maze is almost synced. With that in mind, next we are going to focus on this elemental, the elemental closest to us. Now all you need to do is make sure that the two elementals are lined up. So if they are not lined up like right here, all you need to do is just get this first elemental to catch you a couple times, either once or twice, maybe even 3 times, and then wait for them to be in sync. Okay, now that we have these two guys in sync, we are going to try to sync up everyone else in the maze. In order to do this, we just need to make sure that these two guys are synced, they touch the wall at the same time. This first guy right closest to us comes back, touches the wall, touches that wall again, he touches this wall one more time, and as soon as he goes to that bush, we click on the tree. As soon as he passes that little bush. Now, we are probably going to be caught the first time around, but if you aren't, that means the entire maze is in sync and you're good. But as you see right there, I just got caught. Now, this is intentional because we are trying to sync up the one that just caught me in line with everything else, because when they catch you once, that means they get set back a little bit, and that means that they can be synced up to all of the other times that the other elementals move back and forth. So you just want to keep getting caught 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe even 5 times. And if it does not fix at that point and you aren't getting through the maze, then just hop worlds and then just set up those first 2 again. But you'll see right here that now that I've synced that one up, I can make it past him. These guys are already synced up. I got a little bit lucky on this world, and I just made it through the entire maze. Well, I almost got lucky. You see that guy's actually following me right there, and that's going to screw me up later, but that's fine. I can just resync it again. So I made it through the entire maze in one click. Now, sometimes these jerk-offs actually do get caught, so don't really worry about it. Like this one guy, you know how he just got caught last time? He followed me all the way from the northeast corner, and then obviously he just kind of glitched out, so he had to reset. But they get glitched sometimes. Don't really worry about it. And if it's going to be that big of a deal, then you just hop worlds. Now, once all of this is set up, all you have to do is just time it right, and you will continuously make it through the maze in one click with no issues whatsoever. It's just going to be timing. It's all it comes down to. Once I got the rhythm down, I was doing this pretty consistently, and I wasn't actually getting caught. Now, if you still don't understand what I just explained to you, there's going to be a video in the description. you can just watch that video after this one. And I wanted to tell you guys some pretty big news, and I was going to make my own little video about it, or I was going to make it its own separate video, rather. But I just figured, I'm just going to tell you guys now. I tweeted it out already. I told you guys earlier on live stream, I think on Tuesday. I got invited to RuneFest, so I am going to be going to RuneFest this year. I mean, unless I, like, break my leg or something. Hopefully not. But, you know, I'm going to be going to RuneFest. That's freaking ridiculous. It's so cool. I am so happy that this happened, and I am going to have the chance to meet a lot of you guys if you actually end up going to RuneFest. I'm going to be... I don't know what's going to happen yet. Like, obviously I'm going. I'm not sure if I'm going to be on the streamer stage or not, if I'm just going to be in the audience. I don't know. I'm assuming since I was invited, I'm going to be involved in something. But if I'm not, I'm just happy to be going either way. So I just wanted to say thank you, Jagex, for that. I really also wanted to say thank you guys for making that happen, because... I mean, obviously, I make the content, you guys watch it, but without the support that you guys have been giving me with liking my videos, with sharing my videos, commenting, subscribing, I wouldn't be where I am today. So I really, really appreciate you guys for just sticking around for a very long time. Hopefully, I can just continue to make great content for you guys, or I guess subpar content, whatever you want to call it. But, you know, hopefully I can continue to entertain you guys for a long time. Now, I'll get back to the actual point of the video. If you guys noticed, I put up a little text thing in the beginning of this video, I think at like 30 seconds, that explains what you need to do to actually get here. You need 65 thieving and everything, and Prince Ali rescue done, but I'm not really going to explain that. So, what I have in my inventory, as I already told you, is these summer squirks. You only need 2 of these summer squirks to make a glass of summer squirk juice. Now, 1 glass of summer squirk juice is 3k thieving experience when given to Osmond. You make these squirk juices by using a pestle and mortar on the squirk juice, and then you have to have an empty beer glass. You can get these empty beer glasses obviously from the Grand Exchange, but you can also get these beer glasses right by the teleport entrance to the Sorceress's garden. All you do is come to this shelf, you search it, and you get a beer glass. So once you have a beer glass, obviously you should just get 1 beer glass for every 2 squirks you have. So since I had 30 squirks at the end of this, well, I should say at the end of this trip, because I already did 1 trip on this and I didn't actually show you guys, but I think I got something like 60k experience, something around those lines. I forget, because I had, I want to say 45k experience left at the end of it. Once you use all of your squirks on the pestle and mortar, then you will get all of these glasses of summer squirk juice. And really quick, I just want to say, how cool do they freaking look? In my opinion, that is such a cool item sprite. Now anyway, you go and talk to Osmond, you say, I'd like to talk about squirks, I have some squirk juice for you, and then you just hand them in and you get your thieving experience. Now, I did it, I got 45k thieving experience on the second run around, and it didn't take me that long. I think it took me like an hour or something like that. And I believe it can be somewhere from 80 to 120k XP an hour. A few different video guides said that, including the one I watched. So if you guys still didn't understand what I did, then just watch that video down below. I recommend watching it either way. So thank you guys for watching. I will see you in my next video, and go to RuneFest! Fuck yeah! Okay, bye. Sorry if that was loud. I gotta get a pop filter. Okay, bye.